Four Corners area. It's the reservation town there. It's called Shiprock, but we live just outside it, about 15 miles east, in a town called Kirtland, small town. And that's where we were both born and raised, and that's where the studio is at.
So, low desert,
high desert.
High desert. Okay.
Yeah.
And in the high desert, you've got
a lot of sandstones, a lot of bluffs.
Okay. And is the sandstone from the area that you're in, that you're carving?
It's not right. It's not sandstone. It's tufa stone, which is volcanic ash, which was deposited from volcanic activity. Those deposits spread out that whole region.
And then when you're carving, what kind of tools are you using? Spinning wheels to carve?
No. If you use anything motorized or anything of that fashion, it's too aggressive.
Okay.
It beats up the stone. Okay. Yeah. So everything's just carved, hand carved, literally with the pressure from the hand. Okay. And I use X-Acto blades, small dental instruments. The stone's really porous and soft, so you can literally run your fingernail through it and it'll leave a mark.
Wow.
And with the casting process, it'll show up. It captures every single detail.
And it's called tufa?
Tufa, yeah.
How do you spell tufa?
T-U-F-A.
Okay.
Yeah, it's found all over the world, but the Navajo, the Hopi, they found that those deposits in that region.
And when did they start doing carving in tufa stone?
As far as we know, there's nothing really well documented, but we believe around late 1800s, probably late 1870, because they learned the silversmithing techniques when they were in captivity in 1868, and they learned their silversmithing, really early silversmithing techniques from the Spanish traders, learning how to melt down coin silver and annealing and shaping and forming. So when they got home, they discovered the stone, which is an ash, retains the heat really, really well. And then they discovered how to utilize that into their silversmithing and started creating jewelry.
It's very nice.
And you mentioned again that it was created 2 weeks ago, and your father and you were...
This was created about 2 weeks ago. We participate in we host a sweat lodge at our home. And it was just the energy at the time from fellow family, friends, and relatives. It seemed like there was a lot of protection that needed to be around or more aware of within our family.
Is this your first bear bracelet, or you've done others?
I've done a few others, but I don't.
Similar, different?
They're different.
They're all different.
They're all different. Yeah.
It's really quite lovely. I like the fact that you got the rough stone texture on the back as well.
And it literally looks like stone. I mean, the backside, that's literally how the stone looks when I, pour it, the cracks and everything.
You must be doing this part a little deeper so that you've got a surface that you can come in and polish.
Yeah. Prior, when I design something, I already see where the reflections and the polish are going to be, and that all goes into the carving as I'm carving. And once it's cast, I'm able to take off areas where I need to, leave areas alone. Because that inside is virtually untouched. It's just fresh from the came out.
There's a beauty in its natural roughness.
Yeah.
So that's the natural texture. Is this background natural texture?
It's all natural texture.
Okay.
All the
and
way around.
even the bear.
Even the bear.
Okay.
Everything's natural texture.
And when you go to cast something like this, do you have pieces every once in a while that break away and end up in the wrong place?
I used to.
Okay.
But that was a learning experience.
Yeah.
So I've been casting for about 4 years now, and I've been inlaying for about a year. So the casting process, that's obviously the foundation, and to be able to get those temperatures just right, not only in the stone but in the metal, to create a cast that captures all the detail. It took significant time and many failed casts. to
40 years
capture.
ago, I used to do sand casting.
Okay, yeah.
We don't do that anymore. It's
Yeah,
just-
yeah. And we mine the stone ourselves.
Oh,
We've
okay.
got about 3 tons of it, and the stone is in layers.
And how
of,
far do you have to travel to go to get the kind of stone and quality that you want?
Every region's a little different. We go probably about 3 hours south. There's a little area, bluff side, the whole bluff side covered with the stone. I mean, it's impossible to get to because you're going down a cliff, but there are some deposits here and there that you can pull the stone out, and that's we kind of hunt. We go hunt for stone.
That's nice.
And but there's also regions where they're softer or harder, and it does give you a different texture and a little bit more challenging to carve. But this is about a medium softness stone, so that gives you that nice grain, consistent all the way across. And also you can still get nice detail when you're carving it too. So the medium stuff I like to use a lot, specifically for my designs.
Yeah, the mouth or opening to these look like they're quite wide, so you're just sort of dropping the silver in.
Yeah, you got to have a really wide opening. A large sprue is what they call it. But you
And
also
it's porous enough so that the air is able to escape.
I carve little vents
Okay.
where they're needed in the design.
Okay.
But you got to be careful with putting too much airflow in there because you don't want the stone to cool down right away. You want the stone to stay really nice and hot. And each piece takes about 5 times the actual weight of the piece itself to pour.
Oh, because of the sprue and the...
You need all that
Yeah,
metal
the
to
force.
keep pushing down. And it's a gravity pull.
So when you're carving something like this, how long does it take?
A piece like this will take me about 7 hours.
The carving and
The
the
actual
casting?
carving. Yeah, the casting is instant. And then the next phase is the silversmithing. And this doesn't have any stones, and then it's the polishing afterwards. So each kind of phase, and I don't do them all in one day, obviously. I usually set a time aside to carve for about a week, and then as soon as I'm done carving, I like to pour, and then I usually save the silversmithing part of it for another 2-3 days down the road. So each phase of it, it's not back to back to back to back. It's kind of being more that artist state of mind to move on to the next stage. So this one is about a 3-stage process.
It's nice. I like that. I like the capturing of the rough texture.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.